All right, I have to record this video again because my phone just decided to for some reason stop the app, and it didn't save the first video that I made. So I'm kind of pissed off. But let's review Loki, the first episode. So Loki, the god of mischief, escapes the Avengers using the Tesseract in Avengers Endgame, ends up being put on trial by the TVA for steering away from his designated timeline, and instead of being reset, Owen Wilson's character gives him a chance to help him capture someone who's going through the different timelines and killing Minutemen. This first episode, there's a lot to unpack, and you're gonna hear me, and I'm probably gonna sound frustrated. I'm just really upset that I have to make this video again because I felt like I articulated my thoughts so perfectly the first time around. So this review might be shorter because I'm really kind of pissed off. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like that really pisses me off. But this episode I found to be very interesting. This is very unique. It's very different from anything Marvel's ever done, and I understand why they were saying that before we saw it. This is not like WandaVision. WandaVision was that oddity that was like, this doesn't make sense. This is that oddity that feels like it makes sense. That the direction that they're trying to push this show is going to be something that I think we're all going to really just be satisfied and happy with. And I don't want to kind of pull the cart in front of the horse, but that's just kind of the way that I see this show right now, because what they gave us in this first episode was delightful. Humor really worked, knocked it out of the park. Tom Hiddleston gives his best acting performance as Loki, especially in a scene that is emotional where he sees his designated future. That was awesome. Wow, what a great performance. Those moments of him being able to see his future, because remember, this is the Loki from the Avengers movie, not the Loki from Avengers Endgame. So he hasn't lived through any of these experiences yet. And seeing himself, he's the reason for why his mother was killed, really hits him and impacts him. And this shows a different side of Loki, a fragile and frail Loki who is weak and tries to basically oppress those who are stronger than him so that way he can feel power. And that to me is very interesting. Owen Wilson, I love him. I think he's so right for this role, and he's so right for the MCU that I want to see those two kind of continue to interact with one another, which I can't wait to see for the rest of the time that this show is on. The cinematography is gorgeous. The score is ear candy. It's so gorgeous. It's one of the strongest uses of score in the MCU. Other than like the Avengers theme and some of the other themes, you know, throughout the run of the MCU, like this score is unique because it felt like every single moment was a part of a time cycle, and you can't deviate from that cycle, which is a lot like what the show is trying to illustrate. The Time Lords are not really introduced, but they are. The idea of them is introduced, and the idea that the villain that they're trying to create for this show, the villain that's going to be at the center of this all, is Loki himself in an alternate timeline, which is so fascinating to me. Like, I can't wait to see where else they're gonna go with this, and I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of people who are gonna be like, ooh, who's Mephisto? Because we're gonna get people like that. This was an incredibly fun first episode that I can't wait to revisit and rewatch, because I'm gonna watch it again tomorrow with my wife when she's awake and alert. Overall, like, this was a great start to a show that I feel like is going to give us what us MCU fans have been craving, and especially what I've been craving, which is originality and trying to do something that is outside of the box that also makes sense. Because WandaVision was outside of the box, but it also didn't make sense, and the last few episodes was really kind of standard Marvel fare. I'm excited for where next week's episode goes, because I need it now. Like, this was really impressive, and I can't wait for what's in store. Anyway, guys, what are your thoughts on the first episode of Loki? Let me know down below in the comment section of this video. Make sure, if you like this type of content, drop a like, subscribe to the channel for more MCU and Loki content, because I'll be reviewing every single episode as it drops. Thank you guys so much for watching. I am sorry that I was so frustrated because I was rudely interrupted by my stupid phone. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.